Sonny Donnelly, IFL TV, in association with MGM Marbella. I'm here at the Matchroom Elite Gym today in Brentwood, and I'm with Ricky Burns. Rick, what's been happening?
Not much. I only got back down here last week. Just waiting in confirmation for the next fight. I've heard it's going to be April, in a big fight. So we're just waiting to see what happens.
Obviously, Josh King last time out won another belt, stopped the guy. How did that fight go for you, and how do you think you done?
Do you know, I've watched the fight back, but do you know, I know myself that it was a scrappy fight. I should have, what I was doing towards the end, like working behind my jab, I should have been doing that for the start, but instead I get dragged into his kind of fight. But do you know, it doesn't bother me, but as long as I win, that's the main thing. But like I said, I think it's April they're talking about my next fight, possibly an eliminator. For the final eliminator for the WBO title, so that's what we've started trade down here early started, and we're just looking forward to that.
Who's got the WBO at the moment?
Terry Flanagan, so it'll be fun in games if that is going down.
That'd be a good old fight. Obviously, domestic scrap between him and DERRY Matthews.
Right.
Next month, innit?
Aye, next month.
How can you see that fight going?
I think it'll be a good fight. Obviously I've done a bit of sparring with both of them. You've got to, for me, I'd have to go slightly with Terry. I think he'll get the job done.
Obviously, DERRY Matthews has been voicing his opinion over social media that he thinks he's going to do it. I've seen people have put £500 bets on him, and like people are really getting behind him. What makes you swing towards Terry?
Well, like I say, I've done quite a bit of sparring with both of them. Terry, very good fighter. Obviously at Southpaw as well. Obviously everybody will say that Derry's get the puncher's chance, but I think Terry's the better all-rounder here. I can see him getting the job done in style.
Obviously, if the fight with Terry was a possibility, if you did win the eliminator, if it happens as well, do you think it'll be a little bit hard to make the fight due to the Matchroom Warren situation?
Well, I know that they're still negotiating now. I know that I'm not really keen on anyone as long as I'm getting a big fight. That was what I was saying. I think if I'm made mandatory, I'll go down to Prospect, so I don't see it being a problem. But obviously, if my fight happens, and obviously Terry and Derry, they've still to fight as well, so anything could happen for now and then, do you know what I mean? So
it's very true. Obviously, the other titles in your division, Anthony Croller's got one in this country.
Yep.
ISMAEL Barrosso is the fight that he's got to take now. Obviously, you see him fight your campmate Kevin Mitchell earlier in the year. How can you see that fight going when it happens?
Well, I know that he is mandatory now to fight Anthony, but I've not really heard about what's going to be happening at that. But also very big puncher. I think very awkward as well. Southpaw. I hadn't really watched much of him before Kevin had fought him, but I think the way we weren't expecting him to be as technically good as what he was. It wasn't as if he was coming in try to look for the knockout right for the start. He was actually thinking about what he was doing. Being a southpaw, and obviously he can bang with both hands, so I think it's going to be a good fight if it did happen.
Do you think a lot of people underestimated Barrosso when he first came over?
No, I don't think they underestimated. I think it was that nobody had really heard much about him, although his record obviously it looked good on paper as well. He hadn't really fought any big names yet, and that's how I think they were not underestimated him, but they weren't expecting him to be as technically good as what he was. But I think if that fight does go ahead, Anthony's going to have his hands full and need to be at the top of his game.
If you had a choice between WBO, WBA, WBC, IBF, what lightweight title would you personally go for?
Obviously they're talking about a final eliminator for the WBO, but I think if it was my choice, I'd like to go the WBC, only for the reason that I said after that the loss to Zlaticanin. He's mandatory now for Linares. I think they're trying to agree terms for that fight. I would love to fight him again. obviously there were a few issues before that fight. I just wasn't myself at all. I'd like to put that right, but you know, what's happened has happened, and like I said, I'm not fussed what way I go down as long as I get a big fight. So that's how we're down, starting preparation early for this one.
Exactly that. Well, hopefully the WBO eliminator happens, and I'd love to see you versus Terry or Derry, however that fight turns out. It'll be a great fight.
Anyway, as long as it's a big fight, that's all that matters to me.
That's exactly it. Alright then, mate. Well, I know you want to crack on with your day. You've been training hard. So, Ricky Burns, thank you very much for coming to IFL TV. Cheers, mate.